Hello again, everyone. Conversations with Sandra. I'm so happy to be back, and I must tell you, I'm finding a challenge here, but I'm doing it. So today it's about divorce and property splits. Why equal isn't always fair. When people go through separation, they often focus on one thing, like who gets what? Yeah, who gets what? Financially, it's actually the wrong question to ask. It's the real question is, what is this asset worth after tax, debt, future liability, and emotional pressure? I want to say that one more time. What is this asset really worth after tax, debt, future liability, and emotional pressure? Because two assets that look alike aren't really, and they might look equal on paper, but in reality, they are not equal in real life. And this is one of the places where people make very expensive mistakes. One of the first things I tell people is to stop trying to hold all of the separation in their heads all at once. You can't do it. You just can't do it. Take one sheet of paper for each asset and for each item. One sheet of paper for each asset and each item. You want one for the matrimonial home, one for each rental property if you have it, one for pensions, one for RSPs, another for investments or for debts. Then write, what's it worth? So each sheet of paper will have a full description. Here's the title, matrimonial home. When did I buy it? What did I buy it for? What's it worth today? What's the mortgage today? All of the stuff about that one asset on that one sheet of paper. And then you do a sheet of paper for each individual asset. And then you're going to be asking on that, what's it worth? What's it owed? What is owed? Who owns it? Who owns it? Matrimonial home doesn't matter. If one person owned it, it's still up for grabs for 50-50. And whether or not there's any tax attached to it. And the emotional part is, what do you really want to think you want to have happen with it? This is all of the thinking part. And why? Emotional work is overwhelming. And it really comes to the fore when it comes to money and separation, divorce, and assets. I'll tell you, it's overwhelming. And what you can do with those sheets of paper is lay it out then across your desk, and then it gives you a chance to take it apart as puzzle pieces. And we can stop spiraling all over the place and start thinking clearly. Now, equal value does not equal outcome as equal. A principal residence, your home, may be mostly tax-free. An investment property, a rental, may come in with capital gains tax. And the cottages, wow. So if one person keeps a rental property and the other keeps a house, those numbers are not going to be automatically equal just because you think it sounds good. You have to look at what are the future taxes. Your home, as long as it's your matrimonial home, remains no capital gains. But a rental property gets capital gains on it. So there's taxes and cash flow, maintenance and risk, liquidity and long-term impact. And that's why people need guidance through the separation, guidance not only legally and emotionally, but getting clear, untangling the mess, which really gets tied up between money, legal, and emotions. Sometimes people panic and they start moving the assets too quickly. This is really a time to stop, breathe. Don't go doing things in a hurry. Get it on the paper first, because certain transfers are going to be between spouses during separation. Some of that can be rolled over and not just taken apart. You want it structured properly, and that's why you're going to be using accountants and lawyers, and me if you want to get it untangled before you go to see those fellows. Because one poorly handled transfer can create a tax bill that nobody was expecting, and then it is going to hurt, whether that be the rental properties, the pensions, the RSPs, or other properties that changed from personal use to rental use, change of use. And honestly, Most people are not just grieving a relationship. We're really in a grieving process at separation and divorce. We're not only grieving the end of things, we're grieving the uncertainty. Like, what are we walking into? That's a grief. We're exhausted, emotional, we're scared, we're angry, all those emotions mucking around together. And we're trying to make a permanent financial decision while emotionally flooded. And that's not a good idea. Stop. Because it's dangerous just to rush through everything. That's why I always keep coming back. Let's get clear. Let's get clear. Let's get clear. Don't panic. Let's get clear. Not about revenge or proving who's right and who's wrong. It's all about clarity. So if you're in a separation right now, and stop trying to solve everything in one giant emotional knot. Lay the pieces out clearly, those separate sheets of paper. Because when you can finally see the whole puzzle, now you can start making clean decisions. Instead of those reactive ones that get you in trouble, cost you a lot of money, and can be dangerous mistakes. It's the time to stop. Breathe. Stop. Breathe. There's time. So stop, breathe, then decide. If you think you need some help untangling this financial side of separation and even the emotional side, message me, Clarity.